Hello, I am back and g'day. First, because I've started talking, little Kiki, you can't really see her. Cheryl probably has decided that to wake up and say, "Oh, pat me on your bed, good girl." I am doing a little flip through Friday, and what better day than a Friday to do that. This little journal is a shell journal, and I joined Kristina over at Kristina's Shack and Sylvia D, and I'll link them both below in the description if I remember. And I messaged Kristina a while ago and said, yeah, I'm going to join you. I've made my little journal, which is just made of scrapbook paper that I'd had laying around from the op shop, an old doily, turned it into a shell, glittered up a button. Can't remember. Yes, it is just old paper and tape, really. And I haven't been doing it every week. I've just been doing it when I can and when I feel like it. And today was the day. And I'm up to the last page. I'm not sure if there are any more. And I think I've put the prompts in most of them. So let's have a little look through. I bought these shells and I'll tell you about that in a minute. So the first page is just, I put some napkin on that Kristina sent me in a happy mail. And just some old cereal packet. I just put some ink on. This was out of a magazine. I had a go at some baking paper on book page and stamping. That was a card from Kristina a while ago. So I thought I'll pop those in there. Very shell-like. And this is very simple. So I'm not going to go into it, just show you what I've got. So this was the first prompt, where the sand meets the sea. And I had these little fish lying around from the op shop. I think they're patches. And so I had this little fish jumping out of the ocean onto the sand. Yep, pretty simple. I don't even remember how I did it. Just cut out some painty paper and glued it on. Bit of napkin for texture. Let me just see if we're in focus. I want to make sure I don't get out of focus, which I'm prone to do. The next prompt was under the sea, and this was simple. All I did was, on the same scrapbook paper that I used for the cover, was draw some coral and cut that out. Same with this, and I have one of those sticker books that I don't use, and I just pick some of the sea, under the sea stickers, which weird looking Siamese fighting fish maybe. Yeah, and stuck those on. Underneath is just some stamp that I have with ink, acrylic ink, more glitter. It's really quite dark this afternoon. It's evening, actually, almost 5. Quite cloudy, so it's very dark in my craft room. The next page is sirens, and I didn't know what to do, so I found these stickers in the same book. So I thought, oh, these ladies can be celebrating their siren, which is this lady, and she's the queen of the sirens under the sea. And this material is from a costume that I made for a pirate theme party, and I actually went as sea trash, and I was the only one not dressed as a pirate or a wench. So I dressed up as all seaweed and old sea hag kind of thing, and I just tied rubbish and plastic to my costume, and everyone thought it was hilarious. Yeah, so that was that. And I just thought, I think they got that off a card from packaging, stuck down some material, painty paper underneath. The pages in this book are just old book pages. And the next prompt was Sea Dragon. This was a coffee cup that I've had for ages, and I actually was inspired, which looks nothing like it, to paint a watercolour of a sea dragon. And this little one I photocopied and just shrunk it down because it's a big A4 watercolour that I have, and I just did some embossing with these stamps. Not that you can really tell, but they're kind of shiny. Oops. These ones. Yeah, I really love this. I guess it's watercolour. This sea dragon, the leafy sea dragon, which is common in Australia, eastern states. I think we have in WA. I'll have to look it up. Blank page. What's that? A bit of scrap. More just stamping. More book page. Had issues with some of the glue. This is the sandcastle prompt, and I just hand drew some little sandcastles, a kiddies one and more adult one. Am I even in? Sorry. Yeah, just some more shell stamps, and I actually stuck this over it. I'll be at the beach building sandcastles. Haven't done that for a long time, but I did go to the beach the other day, took the dogs, and then I wrote this little quote from Tim Winton, one of my favourite authors. The sea is like a desert in that it is quite rightly feared. The sea and the desert are both hungry. They have things to be getting on with. So, can't even understand my writing. So, goodness, so something, do not go into them lightly. So you do not go into them lightly. Yeah. Tim Winton writes really fantastic Australian novels. Haven't got his new one yet, out in October. Very ochre, some of it, but I just love it. Love it. Easy reading too, but a lot of his books have a look after the environment undertones, and he's very much an advocate for the Mingaloo Reef up north. Oh God, what is this? Stuck. All right. No, wait. Yes. Skip that page. This prompt was if you're up to it, and geez, I've got some scraps lying around in this. I thought, well, if there's anything that would really make me face my fear, it would be swimming with the sharks, which I have no intention to do. But even just going into the ocean, if you're up to it, because you never know what's out there, although I embrace it. I have this random crab here, thought of you, Care. Yeah, so I thought dark, and they're kind of looking up into the sky. So someone's down here looking up, and there's a shark and a stingray, and these people swimming with the dark. These shells is where I got this one from. Went to Bustleton, and I stamped them in embossing ink and stamped them, but I didn't really like it, so I stuck them on instead. This was just a random page that I made because I went to Bustleton. We went to the Mermaid's Cave, which is right up my alley. Everything under the sea mermaids kids, adults alike, and I just made a little page for her. She was on a flyer, and made a little pocket out of that vinyl, clear vinyl from packaging. And my friend laughed because she went to Cairns this year and she brought me back this sticker. And then we went to Busselton and they have the same sticker. So it must be a get your own sticker for your town kind of thing. So I thought that was funny. I said, well, maybe I can collect them, look for them in every place I go and visit now that is oceany. And then the painted paper. Oh, this. Oh, don't even look at this. The craziness. What prompt was this? Oh. Was it undersea party? I think it was something to do with a party or something. I can't quite remember. Kristina might be. I didn't write it down. I usually write them down. But I thought these ladies are going to the party and the theme was seashells. So they all came in all their best seashell attire. And they're wearing seashell dresses and hats. And starfish hats. This lady just wore a hat and she's at the table waiting for a drink at the shell table. So there's a lot going on. I don't know what I was thinking, but that's what those ladies are doing. They're under the sea at the shell party. Yeah, so today, Kristina's last prompt was inside the shell house or inside her shell house. So I've started. I made a shell house which now looks like a creature, but it's not, it's a house. So I'm just going to finish off this little house, and it's an interactive house which is now stuck, so it will open up, but I want to glue some things down here. And I have this little mermaid that was cut out of a book, and the book is beautiful. It's all about mermaids and nymphs. However, it's not your kiddies book. It's got some questionable, it's for adults and mature people, women, men, whoever, because it's about the history of mermaids and not all the sugary, fluffy things about mermaids, how they were thought of in ancient times. And it's a really nice book. Beautiful illustrations. I think I've shown it before, I can't remember, but unfortunately I was going to keep this and not use it for junk journaling, but the front pages are missing, and that's where all the information is, you know, the what do you call it? Production, copyright, yada yada yada. So this book I'm actually going to use. So that's where I got that little image. This little mermaid, she's making herself a new tail. And so she is going to go inside the house. And what else? What else? I've been a little bit AWOL. And sometimes you just need to do that. And today I started working on this and thought, oh, you know what? I better turn the camera on for a change and say hello to you. And what else do we have? I made her a little shell table. Well, she made herself a little shell table. Oh, I just want to... Oh, there's a big fly flying around. So this is her table. And what else did we make? We made a little painting because she dreams of living on the land sometimes and visiting, but not living, but visiting. What can you see? Sorry. So we put that on. This was out of the book as well. This was actually in this painting. And we have some food for her table. We have some salmon because she loves fish. It's good, full of omegas. Some grapes. I probably lost the rest now. Oh. Look if I find it, because I had a little drink for her as well, and who knows where that is now. She made herself a little drink. Oh goodness, the fly must be attracted to the light. And that's all I really wanted to do, I think. I'm not sure if this shell's going to stick on, and I haven't got a hot glue gun. Last time I used fabric tack in it for those other ones and it stayed. So yeah, so inside the shell house is a little glimpse of the lady on her chair, mermaid. And what else have we got here? You can just see her knitting and her tail and her cheese board. And I thought on the outside she can have some of this, like anemone, no, seaweed. I was at the ocean the other day and a big pink of wash, big whatever it was, pink seaweed was on the shore. So I'll put a bit of that down. This, don't worry, this is an old brush, as you can see. Another brush that was ruined when I forgot about it. So that's that. Actually, I've just made a mistake because I actually glued that so you could flip the don't matter, I can let it dry. So you can flip the house and see inside the sea house. Do I have a baby wipe? I think I do. So I'm a bit out of sorts. I've forgotten how to make videos and losing my words, and it's one of those things, if you stop doing it, it's really hard to get back into. Well, it is for me. It was for me. Many times I've set the camera up and I haven't filmed because I just feel, what's the word, not, less confident. Yeah, it's been a weird few months, but anyway. Okay, there's the shell house. It looks like a creature. Oh, so funny. And inside the shell house is our little mermaid, and she's knitting away, making a new tail. And I covered up here with some shells because, you know, I can take it off. I'd rather it not be there for myself because it's a true version of the mermaid. So shall we have another little look? All right, so it's pretty chunky. Just scrap paper, 100% scrap paper, this little journal. I'm actually going to stand up. Do we have our first page? Under the sea. Little fish. Second page, just, oh, that's under the sea. What's this one? Oh, where the sand meets the sea. Some coral and shells. Oh, book page. We have the sirens of the sea. This queen and her lady fans. All hail the siren. And then we have Sea Dragon with a cup. I have turned that into a pocket, but I'm not sure if I'll put anything in there. My little watercolour Sea Dragon. And spare pages in case sandcastles. Oopsies. Mess. Shell house. I'll have to let that dry. If you're up to it. Blank page. My page. And the shell party costume dress up party. And there you have it. I will link Kristina's channel. I'm not sure if she's got a playlist for her shell journal, but have a look. Some of them are, yeah, well, all of them are beautiful, and Sylvia's done one too, and I just thought it was fun to join in, but I couldn't keep up with Kristina in any way, so I thought I'd do it in my own time and had fun doing that. So I have a couple of spare pages which I can do. Oh my goodness, that I can do another time. Okay, bye for now, and you'll see me on the next video.